Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm doing another Q&A video where I take your questions from Twitter and I answer them all in this video. Now, in today's Q&A video, we've got a lot of amazing questions that you guys asked, including what's coming next in Grand Theft Auto Online, some mysterious things that Rockstar seem to be doing, and a whole lot more. Now, if you want to get involved in the next Q&A video and possibly featured in the next video, go down in the description, follow me on Twitter, and use the hashtag AskBoss whenever I'm looking for Q&A questions, and you might find yourself featured in the next video. But with all the way, guys, let's not waste any more time. Let's get it started, and let's jump into the first question today, which comes from Kyle. And Kyle tweets at me, what's the best way to grind up some money in Grand Theft Auto? So I'd say there's still some pretty great ways to make money. The biker stuff is awesome. CEO stuff is a lot of fun. I always look for the double money and RP discounts that Rockstar do as far as their daily event weeks go. Those are probably the most lucrative as far as doing things in game. I know getting money in Grand Theft Auto Online can be hard, so that's why I've been doing shark card giveaways on my Twitter. And even recently, I've been trying to do things outside of Grand Theft Auto, trying to make money. A couple days ago, I got an email from an app company called AppBounty, and they really wanted me to tell you guys about some ways in which you can make money in Grand Theft Auto Online, how you can get shark cards, whether it's Xbox cards, PSN cards, Steam, Amazon, etc., basically by just trying free apps. So what I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description so you can check it out for yourself. This app is available on Android and Apple, so I'm sure most of you guys have a smartphone. You can download it, you can check it out. Basically, what you want to do is go to that link, and then you want to use the invite code MrBoss. I'll leave that as a link in the description too, so you can check it out for yourself. If you use that link, you're going to get more bonuses at the start. And basically what AppBounty is going to do is just give you different tasks to do. And those tasks are going to be like downloading an app or doing something very similar to that. And they have a very high reward value, which obviously makes that very attractive for you guys. And a lot of the apps are super fun. They're like games and things that you can just like mindlessly do while you're taking a break from school or just trying to buy time or doing whatever. And once you get enough points, you're going to be able to get stuff like XBOX and PSN gift cards and all sorts of crazy stuff. And I use that and just turn it into shark cards so that I can buy some of the new stuff that we've gotten in the game. So I'll leave a link in the description. Use code MrBoss as well. I think it gets you 50 free credits. So that's pretty cool. And I was super happy to have them work with me on this video today. But that's another great way you can make money outside of GTA, because I know we can't be playing Grand Theft Auto Online all the time. We've got to do real world stuff, go to school, go to work, whatever the case is. But yeah, grinding money in online is pretty difficult, and it's especially become difficult nowadays. That's a great segue into another question from Kyle, who tweets at me, do you think we should save our money for the Tron bike or just wait till it goes on sale soon? So Kyle, I don't want to mislead you here and say that the Tron bike is going to go on sale, because I'm not sure. Typically, Rockstar does put their new items on a discount after a couple weeks or about a month or so of it being in the game, but there's no 100% guarantee. So I would hate to tell you that, yeah, there's going to be a discount and then you just wait and wait and wait and it never goes on sale. So if you have the money, I really like the Tron bike. I think it's one of the best bikes in the game, despite the fact that it is not the fastest in a straight line. I still think it's one of the most superior racing bikes in the game, even though it is at that exorbitant $2.25 million price range. So if you have the money, go for it. It's likely that it might go on sale for like 25 or even 15%, but even still, that's not going to save you a ton of money. So if you really want it now, I would maybe do some extra grinding or whatnot, try and save up and grab yourself the Shotaro, because it really is an awesome vehicle. Our next question comes from Michael Cannon, who tweets at me, do you think the price for cars will ever go up till it reaches the point where even legit players cannot buy the items? So Michael, I don't know if the prices of items are going to go up. It sort of seems like it's trending in that direction. I mean, if you just think of all the stuff from Finance and Felony, Cunning Stunts, and even some of the little pieces of bikers. I mean, the Hakatu Drag, $1 million, the Sanctus, $2 million, the Shotaro Tron bike, $2.25 million. I mean, we've never seen motorcycles reach that sort of price. So yeah, it does seem kind of scary, especially considering what might be next in online, which is what we're assuming is a vehicle business importing and exporting system. So yeah, it does have me kind of worried that the prices will eventually get to a point where people are just like, man, who can afford this? Like, it doesn't even seem worth it at that point. It kind of makes you wonder when we'll ever see like the first $3 million vehicle, because we haven't seen a $3 million garage storable car. So that will be very interesting, Michael. I'm not sure when that's going to be happening, but that does seem kind of scary because, like I said, it might scare some people away from even getting on Grand Theft Auto Online, which is obviously something we don't want. It's a great segue into our next question, which comes from Speed7530, who says, when do you think the next DLC will be released and what would it be? So obviously, I don't have any insider information from Rockstar here, but if I had to take a guess, I would say the next update would be sometime in early or middle December, and I think it's going to be based off what we briefly mentioned earlier, the high-risk, high-reward, vehicle-based business importing and exporting system. Honestly, that sounds really exciting, and it's something that I think would be a great theme. We kind of have a small version of that already in the game right now with the Simeon car delivery service. That is on like the most peon of level, though. I would expect this one to be with obviously much higher vehicles, more expensive, all sorts of craziness going on. So yeah, I expect that we'll get some more information about that soon, likely when the 2 final unreleased vehicles are added into the game. But for now, that's kind of what I'm hoping for, and that's also when I think it's going to be released as well, kind of that early to middle December. Moving on, we have a question from Philip, who tweets at me, in the high-risk, high-reward DLC, do you think any story mode characters will be featured in it? Now, that's a great question, because a lot of the previous DLCs have either featured characters from past Grand Theft Autos or single-player characters. We can look at Lester from Heist, Lamar from the Lowrider missions. We can even look at Malk from Grand Theft Auto 4 and GTA Bikers. So yeah, I think there's a couple story mode characters that would be awesome for this. Number one would be Simeon. Maybe he kind of upgrades himself here and decides to go for more high-end expensive vehicles. But honestly, the one I can see the most here is Devin Weston. Because honestly, if you think about it, Devin Weston's entire plot line in the game was about getting that one truck or that one tractor trailer full of rare and exotic vehicles out of Los Santos. Like, there was like 8 dedicated missions to that. So he seems to be the guy that would have knowledge in that field. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if he made a return into online. We know that online takes place before story modes. There wouldn't be any conflict of interest there in terms of setting up Devin's character. So I do think that would be awesome. Even though he is the antagonist, he's still one of my favorite characters in Grand Theft Auto 5. All right, moving on. A lot of you guys were asking me about the secret update that Rockstar did to the Grand Theft Auto Online files. Now, this secret update I'm talking about, which is something I mentioned a couple days ago, was an update to one of the QA beta branches called Nick Test Branch. Now, what was so mysterious about this Nick Test Branch is the last time Rockstar updated something like that, we got a DLC the next day. Now, obviously, that didn't happen, and so far, there hasn't been a DLC that is coming out. But what this likely means is that Rockstar is prepping for the next update. Whenever they take screenshots or gather images for the next DLC, we always see a QA beta branch like this updated. So what this means is that it might not be a secret update per se, because we still have the unreleased content that's in the game. But what I more think it leads to is the next update is really, really close, or the fact that we might be getting more information on it soon is really, really close as well. So that happened a couple days ago. I'll try to leave a link in the description if you want to check out that video for yourself. I go into much more detail into what that could be and to what that could mean. But for now, I think it's less of a secret update and more Rockstar just prepping for what is the actual next update in the game. Our next question comes from Cooper, who tweets at me, with the new Shotaro, do you think GTA will have more bizarre vehicles or even weapons? So that's a pretty good question, Cooper. I'm not really sure. I'm guessing your question is, do you think Rockstar is going to add more like futuristic and concept style vehicles? And honestly, I think that would be cool. But you're also going to realize that that's going to maintain Rockstar keeping about the same price. We've got a few like concept vehicles in the game right now, like the X80 Proto is one of them, the Shotaro is one of them as well. I wouldn't say the Zentorno is more of a concept vehicle, but you kind of get the idea, the futuristic themes. I think more weapons would honestly be exciting. The one that is kind of futuristic that we have in the game is the Railgun, but they don't allow that in online. So yeah, I think it would be cool. I'm not sure what prompted Rockstar to go with like the Tron theme here, but at any rate, I think that it is a really successful update. People seem to love Deadline and love the Shotaro, so it wouldn't surprise me if they did more similar stuff like this going forward and online. Our next question comes from Volt, and he tweets at me, do you think that they will start adding extra features with future DLCs? The example he provides is to change your tan or skin tone in the hair stylist. So Volt, I've been saying we should do this for a while now, not necessarily as far as an extra feature in the hairstylist, but more of like a permanent new shop. I've been stating for a while now that I think a plastic surgery shop needs to be in the game for us to redesign our character, change the way our skin looks, do different hair, whatever. There's so many different options we could do. But yeah, that's one of the features that I would love to see Rockstar ultimately add into the game. All right, moving on. Our next question comes from Charlie, and he tweeted me, as a result of the 2-week event in Grand Theft Auto Online, do you think we will get any news about Red Dead Redemption 2 or something else? So that's another thing I mentioned in my video the other day, is that because this event week is 2 weeks long, we might see some info on Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but the last time they did a 2-week event week, we got the beginning information in the original teaser for Red Dead Redemption 2. So if the pattern follows the same, yes, but it's only happened once, so I don't really know if this is just a coincidence. I have no idea if this is a result of Rockstar planning something else, or if it does relate to any news about Red Dead Redemption 2. I guess we'll find out, I guess maybe soon or in the next couple days, if indeed something like that does happen. And our final question of the day comes from Christian, who tweeted me, do you think there's going to be a new vehicle in the upcoming Christmas DLC? I would have to imagine that's obviously something that only Rockstar knows at this point. I want a Christmas vehicle that's actually kind of cool. So I feel like Rockstar does a great job with the Halloween update. I mean, they added like 3 really spooky Halloween vehicles over the last 2 years, but the Christmas cars have been nothing related to the holiday theme. They've been like the race car version of the Jester and the Massacro. You've got the Slam Truck or whatever that one was that was added, and last year was the Tampa, which, don't get me wrong, was a really cool car, but doesn't really have anything to do with the holiday season. So I wish they would do some holiday themed vehicles for the Christmas or winter update. But yes, I would have to imagine that a vehicle or 2 or 3 will be released during Christmas 2016. But anyways, that's all the questions that I'm going to be answering in this Q&A video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. As always, if you want to get involved in the next one, be sure to go down in the description. Follow me on Twitter. Use the hashtag AskBoss whenever I'm looking for Q&A questions, and you might find yourself featured in the next video. If you did go on to enjoy this one, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.